Well, Modern Warfare 3. Beta's here, and well, let's talk about it. So I'm going to say something that is probably a little bit controversial. I think Call of Duty is desperate. I think they're on the back foot, and we are really going to see it this year. If you don't know the lore of the current troubles of Call of Duty or the rumor mill for the past year, let me run you through it. When Modern Warfare 2 came out, it was one of the best-selling CODs of all time. We know it. We know the story because it happens every single year. And there was a rumor that Modern Warfare 2 2022 would be the first Call of Duty ever to be a 2-year Call of Duty, a Call of Duty that spans longer than a year. And this was interesting timing. One, because we knew there was a corporate transition happening. Of course, Microsoft, as of the day recording, just finished their acquisition deal of Activision. High five to all my fellow Robin Hooders out there who bought Activision at $74.50 so that when Microsoft buys at $75, you get that sweet, sweet 50 cents. Woo! That's how you build the big wealth out there. I'm just messing around. Anyways, this 2-year Call of Duty rumor, well, the rumor was, and we kind of see it, was that they would bring back all of the original MW2 maps as a large paid content pack that would get you through year 2. And we saw sort of hints of this because, of course, in the Warzone maps, we would see these remastered locations from those Modern Warfare 2 maps spread out and around. Additionally, we knew there had been some work on individual Modern Warfare 2 maps, or at least we had assumed there had been because, of course, years before, they re-released MW2, the original, as a remaster, and unlike when they did that with COD 4, they didn't include the multiplayer, so a lot of us were like, hey, where is this multiplayer? And we just sort of figured they were keeping it in the bank for something, and well, we found out what that something was, because plans definitely shifted from that original rumor, and I think it has to do with just where Call of Duty is / was. As we previously said, Modern Warfare 2022 sold gangbusters. It was the biggest COD of all time. But then something strange happened. Player retention fell incredibly. The number of people coming back and playing Call of Duty day after day fell like a rock. And I think there was a couple of big reasons for this. One, we can talk about the Battle Royale. Of course, they did have Warzone. I think Warzone very much released, and I'm not a big Warzone person, but the vast sentiment that I got from the online communities was that Warzone 2 released with a lot less features and a lot less of the quality of life improvements that Warzone 1 had implemented, right? There was new systems, but then some of the things that they'd learned along the way and implemented they got rid of, and people don't like it when you deliberately remove features and kind of force them into a new game. And then after that, well, for those people like me who enjoy 6v6, who enjoy the traditional multiplayer, well, there was a couple of issues that a lot of people didn't like. The first one was the perk system. Of course, they tried a new perk street system where they would become activated throughout the match. People didn't really like that. The mini map, it was the MW 2019 mini map where there's confusing rules. Of course, during the last half of the year, the mini map's just been completely fucking broken. So thanks so much, Activision, on that one. Additionally, the content kind of felt a bit stale, and it was really weird because we knew for a fact that there were Modern Warfare 2 2008 maps implemented in Warzone, and you could pretty easily draw a border around them and put them in multiplayer, and it feels like it would play okay. Yet we weren't getting them. It didn't feel like the content drip for the 6v6 side was very much prioritized. I think that was because, well, Warzone has become the moneymaker for the Call of Duty series. Therefore, all the dev resources straight into Warzone 2 because, well, they need to recover. Additionally, through all of this time, we also went through the last year where I think we can be honest, we're going through a bit of a tech recession. It turns out that when money gets more expensive to borrow. Throwing money at the wall to get free players in just doesn't work out. The traditional math that had kind of worked its way through the pandemic and got in the industry through the pandemic no longer worked. So Call of Duty, let's be honest, was in trouble. In addition to those sort of financial and player retention woes, I will say I think there was a bit of a bit of a barbarian at the gate in the form of XDefiant. I know, I'm slightly kidding, but I'm not really, because I really enjoyed XDefiant. I think it offers a lot of the key features that at least the traditional multiplayer people, the people who pay for Call of Duty, right? Because you have your Warzone peeps who can not pay for the game, and then you have your idiots like me who every year throw $60 at them, $70, $80, $100 at them to play a campaign, and then also get some sort of multiplayer that we either love or hate. And well, XDefiant had a lot of the features that the traditional Call of Duty 6v6 kind of crowd would enjoy. And of course, they're like, oh, we're gonna release over the summer, right in the height of when Activision was with all of its woes. Of course, as of recording right now, XDefiant still hasn't released. They kind of have gone not radio silent. They've gone ahead and said that, you know, we are gonna delay it indefinitely due to inconsistencies in the gameplay experience for the players. Translation, I think that means they want to work on their netcode, and they want to wait until Call of Duty is weak again. And, you know, given the hype cycle of Call of Duty, you know, we get the new game, we see the new game revealed, we think it's going to be the greatest of all time. At the beginning of it, it is the greatest of all time, and then right after, a month or two after release, the hype cycle just dies straight down, and it plummets, and then by the summer we think it's the worst game of all time, and we're ready for something different. And I think XDefiant is waiting in the wings for that moment, and I think Call of Duty knows that, and well, Modern Warfare 3 is the response. So 7 minutes in, let's go ahead and actually talk about this beta. And truthfully, my feelings are very, very mixed on it. This is a beta and a game designed to pull on my heartstrings, designed to trigger the nostalgia, and well, it certainly does that. To be clear, Modern Warfare 2, the original, where all of these maps are from, came out my sophomore year of high school, and as a result, they hold a very, very special place in my heart, and I'm very happy just to be able to play them again in this high definition new game, even if I don't have my coked out, outeralled out reaction times that my younger days once afforded me. I have to play a little bit differently, if you know what I mean. So that's where the positives are. Also, you know, traditional minimap being back, hooray. The perks being a bit more traditional, but a little bit of a change up, hooray. We'll have to see how everything ends up balancing out. But then we get into things that are just weird and a bit scummy, some of them. Like the fact that 2 of the beta weapons are locked behind the $100 version of the game, and if you want to play with them, you have to pay $30 for them as an upgrade from the base version. Like, really, Activision? Are you that hurt for money? And there's some other things that are just weird about this beta, and, you know, kind of lend credence to the fact that this was originally supposed to be a map pack. Like the fact that you access this through Modern Warfare 2's main menu. Like, I went to go download it, and the game was like, oh, you already own it. Just go ahead and download this, and it brings me into MW2's game, and I was like, oh, so we really are just wow, we really are just a $60 expansion pack that we're kind of paying for, and you guys just want to market it a bit differently. I'm seeing how it is. But with all of that said, you know, spawns probably need a bit of work. Maps are pretty great, especially with the newer movement mechanics being back. I think they surprisingly flow well, but I think the biggest thing letting them down right now is the spawns. The kind of philosophy of spawning has changed a ton since Modern Warfare 2, the original, came out. Modern Warfare 2, you used to have basically two sort of end zone safe zones, and those is where you would spawn unless then the other team aggressively pushed forward. Now we kind of dance all around the map a little bit more, and it forces you to play some of the maps in ways that they weren't really designed to, and that kind of changes up the flow in ways that I'm not 100% in love with. So I'm kind of waiting. I'm waiting out my whether I'm going to actually end up pre-ordering this, see what they say about all of that, because you know, the maps are great, but how long is this nostalgia kick gonna fuel me? And do I really just want, you know, something a bit different, or am I okay with what's out there right now? And can I just go ahead and wait for something else? But yeah, guys, that's Modern Warfare 3. Like I said, I think Call of Duty is in trouble right now, and I think they have to make a couple of changes, or else things are gonna be different. It really sucks because, like, Xbox just spent all this money on them, and I definitely have a feeling that they are in a decline. And and you know, Bobby Kotick definitely may have gotten the better end of the deal that just went through. Anyways, guys, if you like this video, go ahead, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. See ya.